Yo, what's good? What's good, yo?
You know it would be something if I knew that what was in this bottle.
Yo, what's good? Darling, what's up, brother? I see you. Appreciate the support. Kuzan, what's up, yo? We live. Can y'all hear me? Nice. I'm trying to pull this up on my laptop because I'm recording off my phone. If the picture doesn't come through as clear as it usually does, it's because I'm not using my camera that I normally record on, so this has a lot better visual. So just bear with the kid, man. Appreciate it, my boy. Appreciate it. So I just wanted to do a Q&A, man. I just wanted to come chop it up. I ain't really have no set topic. I've been trying to upload and drop a lot of videos lately, man, and just feed the people, man, and just keep pouring out, what's in my heart and the things I see and what I experience, man. Aaron, what's up, man? What's up, Aaron? Thank you for jumping on, man. The love is real out here in the whole my nuts game. My boy doing big things, real estate, making money, making moves. Hey, Nahil, thank you, brother. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate the love and support, man. When I hear your comments, I just get motivated to do more videos, man. Straight up. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I told you guys before. And Aaron, thank you for the donation, brother, man. I appreciate that, man. Much love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My man. Um, when what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Dang, I lost my train of thought, man. Anyways, man, I'm here, bro. I'm here, man. I'm feeling good, and drinking my water, eating right, living my best life. And so I just wanted to chop it up with y'all today, man, about whatever. Drop your questions, and let's just have a good time. Let's have a good time, man. I just been trying to put the content out, and you guys have been responding to it very well, and I appreciate it, man. I straight up appreciate it. But yeah, man, I just wanted to say, man, listen, I want you guys to continue on your course, man. Continue on semen retention course, because once you do it for a while, it becomes a lifestyle. It really becomes a part of you, and it's hard to disconnect yourself from it because you start to witness so many great benefits of being on semen retention. A lot of the things that you guys are trying to accomplish, it's just mind-boggling, man, how much you really can get out of semen retention when you allow that energy to flow through your body, when it rises up from your nutsack and it gets everywhere, and that sexual energy is just going everywhere, man, and you just feel like you're on cloud nine, bro. You really do. And that's how we get to the next level. My man said, what diet do you typically follow on SR? Or how do you eat generally? I'm about to hit 30 days on my current streak. Congratulations on that, my man. And I've become very aware of how food makes you feel. That's a great question. Food is, people really don't understand how important it is to eat a well balanced diet. I'm talking about eliminating a lot of the BS foods that are out there. processed foods. If you can eat a really balanced diet, it's going to help you and it's going to 10x your SR journey. For me personally, I'm 90% plant-based. The reason I say 90% because every now and then, man, I'm gonna hit some lamb chops. Every now and then, I'm going to have a steak bowl. You know what I mean? My daughter likes me like to make them steak bowls. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I'm 90% plant-based. So I'm not a heavy eater. I like to, throughout the day, just fruits and vegetables because I have a lot to do and I can't be bogged down with a whole bunch of carbs and all that crazy stuff because it makes me tired, it makes me lethargic, and I just don't want to feel like that. So if I'm gonna eat heavy, I want to eat heavy when I pretty much completed the majority or all of my tasks for today. When you're on your SR journey, you have to eat right. I mean, you don't have to, but it is a huge plus if you diet well. I'm gonna tell you a documentary that really changed my life, and that is Game Changers on Netflix. I don't know if you guys have seen it, and I can't really tell you if all the information in the Game Changers is 100% accurate. All I know is I watched it, and my life changed for the better. And this is before I got on the SR thing or was really heavy on it. But I noticed a drastic difference in how I felt when I began to eat food that came from the ground. When that became the majority of my diet, I felt 10 times better. I mean, you feel alive and you have to think about it. When you eat food from the ground, it has vitality. It's alive. It's filled with water because it's connected to the earth. And when you put that in your body is going to respond to that in a major way. When you put chips and dead things in your body's going to process all that dead stuff and you're not going to get any vitality out of it. So when you eat fruits and vegetables, you're going to feel good about yourself, man. Keeping it mysterious. I just hit a 100-day streak on SR. Listen, man. You hit 100 days on SR. You have elevated to a level of self-control. You have elevated to a level of self-discipline that is unmatched. I don't care what challenge you face in your life, brother. If you can go 100 days without splattering keyboards, laptops, and desktops, there is nothing you can't do. There is no manipulation coming your way. There is no one who can trip you up. You are truly in control of the most powerful urge known to man. Sex. The sexual urges, and then the urge to have uncontrollable anger. You're doing a good job, brother. I salute you. Congratulations on that. Simple question, but what advice on getting over a breakup? That's a good question, man. Here's the best advice I can give you on getting over a breakup. If that person breaks up with you, man, you just gotta let it go. You have to let it go. I know it's hard, but this is when you exercise. Your manhood. This is when you exercise your self-control. This is when you enforce your boundary. Because I'm going to tell you something. You're not going to get anything out of chasing that woman. You're going to lose your self-respect. You're going to lose your dignity. This is going to cause you to go further and further and further into a pit. The best way to get to the place you want to be after a breakup, whether that's reuniting with the person that broke up with you or moving on, is to completely ignore them and to do a 180 and to never look back and to be comfortable with never looking back. Now, I know it's hard when you're in the heat of the moment, but remember what the Bible says. Better is he that can control his emotions than a man who can take a whole city. So if you can control your emotional state, you're greater than a man who can control a whole city. So in the initial stages of that breakup, it's very important that you control your emotions, or you're going to do some things that you are going to regret. You're going to make yourself look stupid, and you're not going to be any closer to what you want. You're going to be further away from it. So you're going to have to suck it up as a man and accept the reality that it may never bounce back. However, if you are able to do that, your self-respect level is going to rise. Your self-respect level is going to rise, right? And you're going to feel better about yourself. You're going to get stronger each and every day. You might come to the conclusion that you don't want to be with this person anyway. Because at a breakup, it's a lot of emotions involved. If you allow some time to pass, some weeks to pass, you begin to think more logically and rationally about situations. And that's the advantage that we have as men. So that's my advice after breakup is give it the space she wants and let the dust settle. And then you see how it plays out. Let's see here. King Tut, yeah, man, listen, I'm feeling good, brother. I'm trying to push out a lot of content. I was going to drop a video tonight, but I said, let me go live. Let me go live, and I'm glad I did. Aaron says, I eat 100% grass-fed, antibiotic-free meat, raw dairy, raw honey, and fruits only. Semen retention and good sleep, stress-free as much as possible. Listen, man, if you're gonna eat meat, grass-fed is the best way to do it. Get the cleanest possible meat you could possibly get. Get that protein inside of you, man, and stay away from the processed foods. And you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Semen retention is the top of the game, man. This, man, listen, man. I did a video when I first started the channel. Why they want you to bust so bad. I did a video called Why is Porn Free? And there's a reason why they want you to splatter your desktop, splatter your TV screen, splatter your keyboards. There's a reason they want you to do it. There's a reason porn is free. It's because they know that if they can get you to release your seed, release your life source freely. And when I say freely, I'm not saying free in the sense that you're not paying something for doing that and desecrating yourself. But if they can get you to just give up your life source energy to them, they're gonna make a ton of dough. You're gonna get hooked like a crack addict, on the side of the road, man. You're gonna be hooked. It's a drug, and you're gonna be coming back for more and more and more and more because the videos and the things they put out is unlimited. You're gonna sear your mind. You're gonna become darkened in your understanding. So when you practice semen retention, you are pushing back against the system. You are pushing back against the agenda of what it is they want you to do and what it is they want you to be, right? The more you release your seed, the more susceptible you are to being manipulated and dominated. That's why I told you, my man, Mysterious, the fact that he's on a 100-day streak, he's overcoming all of those challenges. There's no way you don't overcome challenges if you're on a 100-day streak. I know he's crushing it. I know he's getting things done and just, walking in that power. Yeah, man, get the likes up, man. Let me get these likes up, yo. We got 14 people in the live. Let's match it. Let's get 14 likes, man, because, the algorithm, man, sometimes they don't push out this content, bro. Sometimes they don't want this content out there, man, because Porn is free. It's free, man. You gotta get this, man. You gotta get this blueprint, man. You gotta read this, bro. You gotta read it. It's life in this book, man. That's real. Wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Shout out to my man, Bo Dean the Trill. My boy be dropping them videos every day, giving us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Y'all know how you do it. See what else we got in here, man. My man, Yasha. I don't know how to pronounce it, brother, but I like it. Yash Harala. You're tired of being manipulated and dominated by female coaches. Salute, man. Hey, man, I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate that, man. And if you don't retain, you will be manipulated and dominated by female culture. That's just what's gonna be. That's just what it's gonna be. Because as men, we're aggressive. We're aggressive. We're aggressive. We go out and we conquer, right? Our sex drive is extremely high. We don't even think about the things we're doing sometimes when it comes to sex. You know, we just don't even think about it because in most cases, it's never an emotional act for us. It's just an act, right? Which is why you can smash a whole bunch of girls and never lock in or never have any type of emotional connection with any of them. So if you're constantly giving your seed out, the way you get manipulated and dominated is that you're driving your passion for sexual activity will cause you to dumb down who you are, will cause you to do a lot of things that are unbecoming of a man because you can't control your sexual urges. It'll cause you to watch porn. It'll cause you to do OnlyFans. It'll cause you to do all these different things, man, just for some sexual attention. And sadly to say, man, a lot of men are caught up in that. And that's why we have channels like this to kind of help guys see the light and get back on track, right? Listen, Aaron, I watched that movie 40 Days and 40 Nights. It's a great movie. I actually did a video on that movie, 40 Days and 40 Nights. You guys can go check through the archive and find that. But it is a great movie, and you do see like why it's so important for you to control your seed, to retain your seed. That movie exposes a lot. And I think they did the movie, I think it was kind of like, it's called 40 Days and 40 Nights. And I think it's meant to be a funny movie, but it's a lot of truth involved in that movie. When you watch the movie, I think your eyes will be opened up and be like, oh man, you know what? People are trying to control me via my sexual appetite. Women, they're trying to control you. But here's the crazy thing too. Men are trying to control you as well, preying on your sexual appetite. So not only do you have to watch out for women, you have to watch out for men who are preying on you, that you will give in. How many times you seen some of these gangster movies where a dude will get involved with a chick, she will set him up, and when he is about to do his thing with this woman, or he's in the act of doing his thing with this woman, they come in and whack him because he was drawn away. That's why the Bible says it's better to be able to control your emotions than to be able to go in and take over a whole city. Because one little slip up, you're dead. One little slip up, you have a child with the woman you never had any intentions of having a child with. One little slip up, you have an STD you can't get rid of. One little slip up, a lot can happen, guys, so you really gotta be on your A game. Let me see here. M.R. Lewis, about About to hit 60 days tonight. The biggest benefits real on the spiritual battle we all face on this journey. 60 days, man. Congratulations. I'm going to tell you something, man. You guys hitting 30, 60 days. Man, you got to understand something. It's hard to go 7 days. It's hard to go 3 days. So dudes coming up on 30 days. Dudes coming up on 60 days. Coming up on 100 days. Man, I salute you. You are showing real discipline, man. Real discipline. Salute, M.R. Lewis. It is a spiritual battle. Once you start retaining, you're going to start experiencing some things that you hadn't experienced before. And that's because these spiritual forces want to get you back into the same type of lifestyle you were living before. What made you really go hard on SR in your life? I know a lot of Christians, but to be honest, a lot still watching and fornicating. So what was it? A specific event that kick-started the journey? Man, Kuzan, that's a great question, man. Now, I'm going to tell you something. A lot of times in Christendom, you just get the do's and the don'ts. Don't do this, don't do that. But no one ever really tells you why. In Christendom, a lot of times is if you do this, you violate God, you die, you go to hell. That's what you get. But no one ever really explains the scientific benefits behind something like retaining your seed. You know, when I was growing up, I grew up in a Christian household. It was just don't fornicate because that's a law you're breaking, right? But no one ever told me, like, man, if you don't fornicate, not only will you not be transgressing or whatever the case may be, but you're going to be smarter. You're going to be more masculine. You're going to be more magnetic, not only the women, but the men. And that's going to help you in business. That's going to help you navigate. That's going to help you get what you want because you're going to be giving off an energy that is undescribable to people around you. No one ever broke that down. And so for me, when I first came across semen retention, I gave it a shot. And the reason I gave it a shot is because I realized, I'm like, man, why am I feeling like this? Why do I feel not my best self? Why don't I feel vibrant? Why don't I feel alive? Guys, if you want to feel alive, stop beating your meat. That's the quickest way to not feel alive, is to beat your meat. If you beat your meat consistently, constantly, you will not feel alive. When you start, comment, let me know. How do you feel? You guys on a 60-day streak, a 100-day streak, you can't tell me you don't feel like a god. You can't tell me you don't feel powerful when wherever you go, you got all that energy, man. When you're shaking hands, you're breaking bones. When I shake your hand, I'm breaking bones. That's how you feel on SR. When you go to the gym, the music sounds better, right? Everything just feels better. Just having a conversation with a girl feels better because you have all of this energy. So when I started understanding when I started seeing the benefits of retaining my seed, that's when it clicked. I'm killing myself. Every time I jack off, I'm killing myself. I'm destroying myself. Kuzan, man, thanks for the $20, man. I appreciate it, man. Much love. I appreciate that, my boy. Appreciate that. Thank you. But that's when it clicked for me. When I started putting these things together, semen retention, eating A good diet, a diet filled with fruits, vegetables, things from the ground, really good food. All of these things affect your physical body and your mental health. Your emotions, your mood is impacted by how much you whack off, and it's also impacted by what you put in your mouth. You can't feel great if you eat a trashy diet. That's a form of you're not having discipline. There's no discipline if you eat a trashy diet. You have to be focused. I'm not saying you can't, eat a pizza here and there. I'm not saying you can't enjoy some delicacies, right? But you can't overly mass consume that. It's going to affect your mood. It's going to affect your energy levels. Aaron, you're correct, man. SR makes you more aware of the physical energy fields. You really become super duper magnetic. I'm gonna tell you, man, I had a conversation with a female, an old coworker of mine, and she's a 304. She's an HO3. She's all of that, right? So I listen to her, and she tells me that she wants to be a wife, and so I asked her. I said, listen, man. I said, you want to be a wife? I said, you don't want to be a wife. Now this chick had a thing for me, right? And she just wasn't my type. Just wasn't for me. Number one, she was married, right? And I'm just not gonna do that to another man. I'm not trying to do that. So that was just, out the gate. I can't do that, right? But she's lost. She's completely lost. So she's telling me she's doing this and she's doing that, and I'm like, okay, she's living that life, right? She's just sleeping around with multiple dudes and doing her thing. And then she says she wants to be a wife. And I was like, I said, are you really hearing yourself right now? How could you want to be a wife and you're not doing anything that a wife would do? These women are deceived. Every dude you sleep with, your value goes down. They don't understand that. It goes down. At the end of the day, what a woman wants is to be locked in with a man that they love and respect. That's just their nature. That's another reason why they can sleep with multiple dudes, is because they're chasing that man, right? And they can't find the man they want because they keep doing all this dumb stuff, right? And the more people they sleep with, the less valuable they are, right? Then they start getting desperate. Women don't even understand that whole dynamic. But she was telling me she wanted to be a wife. And I just thought to myself, this world is backwards, man. It is backwards. It's backwards, bro. Like, you want to be a wife. Like, you're not a wife. You are not a wife. You were a wife to your husband, but now you're not. Now you're not. Bro, I'm telling you. Oh, for sure, Eric, for sure. You guys, listen, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. When a dude can transmute his sexual energy into working on his purpose, come on, bro. It's game over. It is game over. When you can I read this book back in the day, Think and Grow Rich. Actually, Kuzan, that's when I first discovered semen retention. But in the book, it didn't say semen retention. It was called sexual transmutation of energy. And I was reading Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and he talked about it. And then I also saw interviews of Lil Wayne, an interview of Lil Wayne, and he said that people think that he have sex with all these different women? And he said he doesn't. He said he's either in the studio, he's on a tour bus, or he's on stage. And that's where he spends the majority of his time. A lot of times you see these guys and you think that because of the lifestyle they're portraying, that they're out there just doing this each and every day. But you got to understand, to get to that level of success, there has to be a period in your life where you are drastically focused. And that's what people don't understand. If you want to try to be successful, let's say you want to be a rapper, right? Let's say you had ambitions of being a rapper. And you say, you know what? I got some skills. I'm going to start rapping. Right? And then you go out and you club every night, living the rapper lifestyle. You go out, you spend your little money on whatever you spend. You get your change, you get your clothes, you try to get your nice car, and you're out there for the ladies, right? You're not going to make it. You're not going to make it because you're not making the main thing, which is the music. In order for the music and the art to be something that people will enjoy, you have to be spending the majority of your time with the music. And when the music gets to that, again, taking that sexual energy and pouring it into your passion, when you get the buzz going, then you start venturing out a little bit and doing your thing. But initially, you can't do that. You have to be locked in. I've been doing this journey for 3 years. It's getting easier to control my sexual energy. That's because you're building up discipline, bro. The more you do something, your brain begins to understand how to interpret the information and send those signals throughout your body. That's why when you first start SR, there's a huge war going on. Because you go one day without busting, and your body's like, okay, maybe you had a bad day today. You go 2 days, the third day, your body's going crazy. You're all over the place. Everything you see, you want to smash. Because your body doesn't know what to do. You shocked your brain. You shocked. You're supposed to be releasing and you're not. And your brain is confused and is trying to get you to release to keep things in order. But as you continue to train your brain, no, this is not, I'm not doing this. This is how it's going to be. Now your brain has to rewrite the code. Your brain has to rewrite the code. And if you do that long enough, you're going to be able to have more control. Not that you won't have urges, but you'll have more control. Because the intensity of what's coming your way won't be so intense. It'll be there, but it won't be so intense like when you first started. That's why you guys can go on the streets. That's why you can go 60 days, 100 days, because your brain is connecting the dots of what it is you are trying to do. All right, my brother Eric, have a good night, bro. Fatal J, what's up, my boy? My man Fatal J in the building. You have the best two fighters in human history on y'all. Wow, even though I believe Mike Tyson is among that crew as well. Most definitely. Mike Tyson I've heard him talk about semen retention. And looking back at his fights, listen, man, looking back at Mike Tyson fights and knowing what I know right now, there's no way he wasn't retaining his seed. Because this dude got in the gym, man, it was a wrap. And I'm telling you, that same energy that Mike Tyson has or had in that ring, you feel that same intensity when you start retaining. You start getting on a real good streak. You start to feel, man, it's been times I've been walking in the grocery store, I've been walking in the mall, and I just see something, and in my mind, I'm just like, I just want to you know, just do something. And I don't want to sound crazy, but it's like almost violent. Like I just want to punch something. I just want to, you know, because you have so much energy inside of you, and you just want to do something, right? So I can understand Mike Tyson being a young man. I don't know how he got that wisdom and knowledge at such a young age, especially since the social media and the internet wasn't big like it is today. But when he got in that ring, this dude looked like he had a different energy. And I know his opponents felt that energy. They had to. Aaron, you are absolutely correct. Land and kingdoms were traded for virgin women. Women's value back in the day was their virginity. If a woman was a virgin, she was very, very valuable because men didn't want women that were not virgins, because they would have been used. They would have been, the seal would have been broken. They just, back in the day, the value of a woman was her purity. That was the value of a woman, was her purity. If you was trying to trade, you know, one of your daughters or whatever the case may be, and she wasn't a virgin, man, you wasn't going to get very far with that. Mike was a beast, man. Even listening to him now, that dude was a beast. Man, listen, I've been trying to have a talk with my 13-year-old son. He's about to be 14 next month. And listen, man, it's hard, bro. It's hard, man. He's so young, you know, and it's just in there, right? But I keep dropping that wisdom on him, you know, and I'm hoping he understands what I'm talking about. But you're absolutely right, man. We definitely need to teach our sons about this. Oh yeah, man. Frazier, bro. These dudes, man. Muhammad Ali. I always wanted that Muhammad Ali piece. I always wanted a Muhammad Ali portrait. I'm gonna get some more pieces. I really love this piece right here. But imagine stepping in the ring with this dude, man. This dude had to be a retainer too. He had to be. At least leading up to the fight. He had to be. He had to be. But yeah, man, you gotta retain. We have to retain, man. That's the only way we're gonna be able to accomplish. If you haven't read Think and Grow Rich, I don't want to agree with 100% of everything in the book, but I do agree with a lot of it. Positive thinking and having faith and having organized plans. If you don't have organized plans, currently, right now, as we speak, you are in trouble. You are in trouble, right? You have to know what is going on 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. You have to have a plan. That plan can be readjusted, but you have to know what it is you're trying to accomplish month in and month out. Organized plans. And when you take that semen retention and you put your focus on these plans, you're gonna accomplish a lot. You're going to accomplish a lot in life. Trust and believe. You're gonna accomplish a lot. I want to shout out my man Fatal J. Listen, this is a good brother, man. Go follow my man channel, man. This is a good brother. Fatal J is a good brother. He always showing love and support. He's helped me tremendously on this channel. He's giving me pointers, giving me tips, things that he did not have to do. And I want to give Fatal J his flowers, man. Bro, I appreciate you. The love is real. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You don't find too many people that really try to help you in this YouTube space. You're the only one that's reached out and offered me some support to help me get the channel going, help me grow the channel. And I just want to give you flowers, bro, and say I appreciate it, big homie, straight up. Yeah, man. Goals, what do you think about what you think about, you bring about? That's facts. What you think about is what you bring about. And that's just the truth. If it's not on the forefront of your mind, you're not going to accomplish it. And I'm going to tell you one way to not have your goals in the forefront of your mind is watching porn, splattering keyboards, laptops, and desktops. If that type of stuff is filling your mind daily, constantly, consistently, you are not going to accomplish much in life. You're just not. And I don't care what you say. Guys who are living that type of lifestyle now, they have money, they have whatever, but there was a point in time where they were locked in. You can't skip that phase, bro. You can't skip that phase. You have to be locked in. You have to be locked in. Man, the love is real on here, man. The love is real. The love is real. But yeah, man, what other questions you guys got, man? Let me know. Talk to my nephews, 14 and 17, and my brother-in-law. I keep sending your way. Hey, Aaron, I appreciate that, man. For every dude that gets on semen retention, one less simp we have in the world, one less female, one less toxic female that's going to benefit from, this overly sexualized world we live in. That's just destroying families. People don't even want to be. It's just when you look around, man. It's a sad state of affairs, bro. When you look around this world, it's a sad state of affairs. But the only way we're going to be able to level up and get to the next level, man, is if we stay focused on what it is that we have to do. You have to stay focused, man. Your focus, your dream. Like I told you guys in the video I did the other day, I told you that God has to be first. He has to be number one. Your work, your career, that has to be number two. And at best, a woman can be number three in your life. If you have a woman number one, or you have a woman number one in your life, then I can't see you accomplishing much in this life. There has to be a period of time where you lock in and you're all in on your goals. What would you tell your younger self now that you gained a lot of wisdom? If I could go back and talk to my younger self, man, I have a lot to say. If I could go back and talk to my younger self, I would have a lot to say. Man, take advantage of your 20s. Take advantage of your 20s. Take advantage of your youthfulness. Take advantage of your 20s. Take advantage of your youthfulness. How do you do that? Learn, learn, learn. Live well below your means. Retain your seed. And I would tell my younger self the benefits of retaining your seed. As a young man, you already got a lot of testosterone. So when you add semen retention to that, now you're just on 1,000, right? There's nothing you're not going to be able to do in your 20s if you're on semen retention, if you're learning, growing, working out, staying in shape, eating right. You're going to accomplish the whole world. But the good news is we can start doing that today. No matter what point you are in your life, you can start doing that today, right? Because a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, that time's going to pass anyway, so you might as well go ahead and implement the changes. Forget the fact that you can't go back into the future. Go back into the past, but you can start today to change your life. I had no idea there would be a love. Just finished watching his last video he dropped. Appreciate that, brother. How do I attract a girl who is a nice Christian woman? Ooh, woo! Hey, I like that question. I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. He says, how do I attract a girl who is a nice Christian woman? Carl, appreciate that, man. Hit the like button for your boy. This is how you do it. If you want to attract a nice girl, nice Christian girl, right? This is what you're going to have to do. Number one, you're going to have to focus on yourself and you're going to have to forget about girls, period. You're going to have to focus on it. I know it sounds counterintuitive. You're going to have to focus on yourself and forget about girls, period. That's what you got to do. If you want to attract a nice Christian girl, when I say Christian, I'm saying that a woman with good morals who's going to love and respect you. If you want that, you're going to have to forget about girls and focus on yourself. Because this is how you do it. You focus on yourself, you accomplish and you crush your goals, you elevate. Your vision of whatever it is you're trying to do begins to expand. It begins to grow. Because you're retaining your seed, you're becoming more magnetic day in and day out, week in and week out. You are drawing people to you because you are exhibiting a power and an aura that is just so attractive. People just want to be around you. People will start flocking to you, men and women. And then guess what you're going to be able to do? Listen to me closely. When you're able to do that, focus on yourself, expand, grow, build up sexual energy. That discipline from being focused on your goals and your grind, and you elevating, going from level to level to level, what's going to happen is when those people flock to you, men and women, and you're in situations, you are going to be able to pick and choose what woman you want. And you're going to have the discretion, the discipline, and the mental fortitude to know which woman to pick, to know which woman actually has those characteristics. Because when you're operating on a high vibrational level, when you see this woman over here with her titties hanging out and shorts up and her butt cheeks are hanging out, you're not even going to pay her any attention because you've been elevating and your moral compass is on fleek. And you're going to be attracted to a pure, wholesome woman, and she's going to be attracted to you because the energies are going to match. So all of the roaches, these roach women, they're going to scatter because you're shining. The light of God is shining bright. And the Bible says that men love darkness rather than light. So when you're shining, that light that's inside of you, God that's inside of you, is going to dispel and crush all of these evil women away from you. So you're going to start to scatter these women, right? And then you're going to have the discipline. You're going to have the discernment to pick and choose. This is a nice young lady. And when you walk up to her, you're not gonna walk up to her with no goofy ass lines. You're just not. You're not gonna try to come up to her with some goofy, stupid, clever lines. You're gonna walk up to her and you're gonna say, my name is, whatever my name is, what's your tonight? It's gonna be a very normal thing. But what's gonna get her captivated, because she's gonna already peep you. She's gonna already peep you. And what I'm thinking is she's gonna already have given you the choosing signals, the eye contact. You know the choosing signals if you're a guy. You see the choosing signals, then you're gonna go up and you're gonna do your thing, but you're gonna be normal about it. You don't have to do all that extra stuff when you operate on a high level. You're gonna be able to pick and choose the woman you want. Now, if you're not focusing on yourself and you are focusing on women, you're not focusing on your goals, you're going to be chasing all these little girls around here, and they're all going to be HO3s, and you're never going to get what you want. That's what's going to happen. Hit the like button, fellas. I appreciate y'all. I mean, you could date a woman in your 20s, man. It's not that you can't date a woman, right? But you just have to have control of your sexual energy. There has to be an understanding, right? It's a difference between being focused and locked in. It's nothing wrong with, you might find your girl quick, right? But if you're just out there smashing girls, watching porn, wasting your time in your 20s, bro, that's just gonna suck for you when you get in your 30s. How do you break? Jay Davis, appreciate that, bro. How do you break an unhealthy soul tie? I need to stop going back to this girl. I know it's straight lust, not love, and I have my days when I'm doing good, focus on my goals, but I also fall and go back. How do you break that? If it's to the point to where you feel like you can't control yourself, like it's a drug, like you just can't get over this person, this is what you have to do. If you can't just stop it, even when you know it's not good for you, like you said here, you said that you know that it's not love, you know it's lust. So you already have accepted the fact that this particular female is not good for you, but yet you keep going back. You have a discipline issue. There's also a spiritual issue. And this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to go on a fast. You're going to have to go without food for a couple days. And you are going to have to ask God to break that thing for you. You're going to have to deny yourself the pleasures of eating. I would say for 3 days. So you can break this soul tie from this woman. There's a couple things you can do, a couple ways you fast. You could go on a 3-day no food, just water. If you never fasted before, I wouldn't recommend it. You could go 3 days fast where you don't eat from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. But during that time, you just drink water, but nothing else. 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., 3 days, drink water. The purpose of the fast is to make sure that you abstain from the food, but also commune with God and ask for mercy. Ask for help. Humble yourself. When you fast, what you're doing is you're humbling yourself before God, and God will answer you because you're showing him that you're serious about this thing. It's having food and having sex. These are things that people want to do. So when God sees that you're turning away your plate, you're turning away your food to reach out to him, he won't leave you hanging, man. So if you want to break a soul tie from a chick that you know is toxic, go on a fast. If you feel yourself slipping, go on a fast. And that fast is going to break that thing. It's going to break it. You got to trust and believe. All right, Aaron, man. Good night, my brother. Ja Prince, most definitely. Summertime has dudes losing their streaks. Them shorts and tops has dudes eyes locked on them. Like, hey man, there ain't no cap in that. That's for real. Hey, listen, man. If you went 110 days, bro, man, salute to you. Congratulations. Understand this. If you went 110 days, the fact that you lost a streak, you didn't lose the benefits because one day of releasing does not equate to 110 days of retaining. So even though you lost a little bit, you know what I'm saying? You still got the sexual energy built up. So just get back on your grind, bro. You good. Get back on your grind. The one thing you guys don't want to do is allow condemnation to beat you down. You don't want to do that. You want to always get back up real quick, right? Because God is there for you. Get back up real quick. Get back on the grind, man. Don't waste your time in condemnation. Don't waste your time in mistakes. Don't waste your time, bro. Well, guys, listen, man. I'm about to jump off the live. I really appreciate all the love and support. This was fun, man. This was fun, man. I might start doing this every week at a specific time. Once I get the schedule locked in. But I really appreciate you guys. This is Hold My Nuts podcast, man. I love y'all. Hey, I'ma holler at y'all tomorrow with another video. Peace. Appreciate it, Will. I appreciate that. Good night, man. Good night, y'all.